Hope is not a feeling, it's a choice. Water your dreams even when the world is dry. The rain may delay, but it never forgets those who wait with faith. Hope is strongest when everything else is gone. Baba Tanji planted in barren land, not because he was sure of rain, but because he chose to believe in what others couldn't see. Love can live beyond loss. Through the death of his wife and the silence of the skies, Baba Tanji's love for his daughter kept him going. His actions became a legacy of love that spoke louder than words. He planted seeds in dry soil. He sang to the earth when everyone else gave up. And he believed in rain long after the sky forgot how to fall. In a village dying of drought, one father's unyielding hope becomes the only light left. This is not just a story about survival. It's a story of love, legacy, sacrifice, and the rain that finally remembered. Watch when the rain forgets to fall. A deeply emotional African tale of passion, resilience, and a father's promise that defied the impossible. When the rain forgets to fall. In the heart of Oblala, a once thriving village wrapped in the arms of tall palms and slow dancing streams, the skies had turned their backs. For 10 long years, not a single drop of rain had fallen. The riverbeds cracked open like broken skin. Wells dried to dust. And the earth, once lush and singing with harvest, grew silent. The village lost more than crops. It lost laughter. Joy became a memory, faith became fatigue, and most of the villagers surrendered to the silence, leaving in search of water, life, and a better fate. But one man remained, Baba Tanji. He was not just a man of the land. He was a man of memory, of promises, and above all, of hope. Long before the drought, his wife, Adiz, had died giving birth to their daughter. And with her final breath, she had whispered a plea that became his life's compass. Raise her with love, even if the sky forgets us. Baba Tanji buried his wife beneath a mango tree, and beside her, he built a home from mud, clay, and quiet prayer. He named his daughter Ifunanya, love, the last thing his wife had given him. Each morning, long before the first light cracked the sky, Baba Tanji rose. He tied his faded wrapper around his waist, placed a woven straw hat on his head, and carried a worn hoe to his field. The land was dry. The seeds were few. But his spirit was full. While others scoffed and left, Baba Tanji stayed. While others mocked, he planted. The rain may forget, he would murmur as he pushed another seed into the brittle ground, but I will remember. The villagers pitied him. Some laughed. He plants hope in a graveyard, they whispered. Madness born of grief. But Baba Tanji wasn't mad. He was determined. He taught Ifunanya everything, how to feel the soil with her fingers, how to speak to plants as though they could hear, how to wait in silence for miracles. At 10 years old, Ifunanya already bore the weight of loss. But she also carried her father's fire. Her eyes were bright. Her heart open. One day, she found her father kneeling by her mother's grave, hands shaking from exhaustion. Papa, she said, why do you keep planting when nothing grows? He smiled gently and replied, because, my child, one day you will need to remember that even in death, we still choose life. Even in silence, we must speak faith. She didn't understand then. But she watched. And she learned. That dry season was crueler than any before. Animals died. Children cried at night from hunger. Many villagers packed their bags, including Ifunanya's closest friends. The village elders, led by Chief Duru, held a meeting under the ancient Irako tree. "Let us accept that the gods have cursed this place," Chief Duru declared. "Let those who wish to leave, leave. And those who choose to stay, suffer the silence." Eyes turned to Baba Tanji. "And you?" the chief asked. "Will you finally abandon your madness?" Baba Tanji stood slowly, his back bent from years of labor. "If this is madness, then let me die with it. My wife lies in this land. My daughter was born here. This soil carries my soul. I will not leave." In the days that followed, Ifunanya noticed her father coughing more often. His shoulders drooped. His eyes dimmed. Still, he planted. Still, he sang. And when he thought she wasn't watching, he would carve a long piece of wood behind their home, shaping it into a bench. "For you," he said, when she asked. "So one day, when the rain comes, you can sit here and remember me." She laughed. "But the rain doesn't come anymore." He looked up at the sky. "Then we'll make it remember." Late one night, Ifunanya heard voices outside. Whispers. Footsteps. She rushed out, and saw flames licking the edge of their small garden. The secret one her father had nurtured beneath the old palm leaves. She screamed. Her father rushed out, coughing violently, and tried to beat the fire with his bare hands. But the smoke was too much. He collapsed. Villagers came running, some with buckets, others only to watch. The garden was gone. The flames had taken it. And Baba Tanji lay barely breathing. That night, Ifunanya sat beside him, holding his hand. His skin was warm. His breathing shallow. "Papa, don't leave me." His eyes fluttered open. He smiled softly. "You are strong. Stronger than I ever was. The sky will listen to you, when I am gone. But you must promise me, no matter how long it takes, you will keep planting." Tears ran down her cheeks. She nodded. He closed his eyes. "The rain, it's close. I can feel it." And then, silence. The next morning, the skies turned a strange color, gray, heavy, alive. Ifunanya buried her father beside her mother. She placed a carved stone on the grave. In her hand, she held the last seed he had given her, wrapped in cloth, protected. She planted it between the graves. And then, the wind began to rise. Birds circled above. And for the first time in 10 years, a drop of rain hit her hand. Then another. And another. Until the skies broke open, and the rain fell in sheets, in cries, in song. The land drank deeply. The air smelled of life. And from the soil, green shoots began to rise. The villagers came running, mouths open, eyes wide. The children danced in the puddles. Even Chief Duru stood still, rain soaking his robes. No one spoke. Ifunanya sat on the wooden bench her father had carved. She closed her eyes. Let the rain wash her face. You were right, Papa. The rain remembered. Years passed. The village flourished again, greener, brighter, stronger. And in the center of it all stood Ifunanya, no longer a child, but a woman of power and peace. Farmers came from far away to learn from her. Children gathered to hear her stories. They called her the Rainmaker's daughter. And every year, when the first rains fell, she would sit on her father's bench and smile. Because some seeds grow only when watered by faith. And some rains fall only for those who dare to believe. Faith is not foolishness. The world may mock those who keep believing, but faith, when rooted in love, can shift even the skies. Lesson learnt. 1. You don't have to see results to keep sowing good seeds. Just because growth isn't visible doesn't mean change isn't happening underground. Keep planting. 2. Children become what they witness. Ifunanya became strong because she saw her father's strength. She inherited his spirit, not just his soil. 3. Sometimes, the rain waits for one final act of courage. True change often comes after the deepest moment of loss. Baba's death was not the end, it was the birth of revival. Moral lesson. No matter how long the drought lasts in your life, never stop planting seeds of hope. The rain may forget, people may give up, and the world may turn its back, but faith planted in love will always bloom in its time. Even in silence, keep believing. Even in loss, keep loving. And even when all seems dead, remember, miracles often grow where no one is looking. Only when watered by faith. And some rains fall only for those who dare to believe. Faith is not foolishness. The world may mock those who keep believing, but faith, when rooted in love, can shift even the skies. Lesson learnt. 1. You don't have to see results to keep sowing good seeds. Just because growth isn't visible doesn't mean change isn't happening underground. Keep planting. 2. Children become what they witness. Ifunanya became strong because she saw her father's strength. She inherited his spirit, not just his soil. 3. Sometimes, the rain waits for one final act of courage. True change often comes after the deepest moment of loss. Baba's death was not the end, it was the birth of revival. Moral lesson. No matter how long the drought lasts in your life, never stop planting seeds of hope. The rain may forget, people may give up, and the world may turn its back, but faith planted in love will always bloom in its time. Even in silence, keep believing. Even in loss, keep loving. And even when all seems dead, remember, miracles often grow where no one is looking. The end. To all my amazing subscribers, both new and old, I just want to say a big, warm thank you from the bottom of my heart. Your support means everything to me. Every view, every like, every comment, you are the reason these stories live and breathe. If you're just joining the family, welcome home. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment to share your thoughts, and please share this story with someone you love, because stories like these are meant to be felt, remembered, and passed on. Let's keep growing together, one powerful story at a time.